Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Wrenching Rancher. We just finished our 500-mile break-in on our 408 LS and our 70 Chevelle. And the question I have is, do I need to retorque the ARP head studs? I have MLS gaskets in here, the LS9s to be specific. And everywhere I read seems to be a 50-50 split of they should be fine, they might not be fine. But when I installed the head gaskets, I let them sit overnight, and they took more torque the next day, so that makes me think that they might need more torque now, so let's find out. Okay, checking the first bolt in the torque sequence. You can see right there I got a black magic marker mark. We'll see if we get any movement out of this bolt. Well, it seemed to move just as it clicked. So what I'm going to do now is break it loose and retorque. Okay, broke it loose and spun it a little over a half turn back. Let's retorque it up and see how much that black mark moved from the original spot. Not exactly nothing and not exactly a lot. Looks like we got about maybe 10-20 degrees of turn out of it. Do one more and see if I'm gonna decide to pull these headers off or not, because that's a lot more work involved. Well, I checked one or two more, got movement, so I guess I'm gonna pull the header off so I can get at the other bolts. It's gonna take a while here. Get everything torqued up, then I'm gonna have to get around to the other side. Header's loose. I'm gonna go through and I'm not gonna bother breaking these loose since they're turning on their own. So I don't need the proper torque to break them loose and check for retorque. They're breaking loose and turning some. So I'm just going to torque them all up to the 80 foot-pounds that ARP suggests for that third torque level. Okay, went to the other side. After I got the other side put back together, went through all these head bolts. Got a little bit of movement on each one like the other side. Nothing too critical. Am I glad I went through 2-3 hours of work to take the headers off and retorque all these head bolts? Seeing as how the information was 50-50 on the internet, yes, I'm glad I went through them. Did I need to? No, I don't think I really needed to, but mind you, I torqued these to ARP's spec, 75 foot-pounds through the 3 steps. It sat overnight, and then I went back the next day and got quite a bit of movement on them, torquing them to 75 again when the engine went together new without running. After running them, they obviously got some movement with 500 miles on them, but that movement was a lot less than what I got re-cold torquing them again the next day when I put it together. If I was running, say, 15-20 pounds of boost, this motor is built for boost, but for how much power it's actually putting out now, I don't know if I'm going to put a supercharger on it or not. 5-10 pounds of boost, I wouldn't have bothered. 15-20, you're probably going to want as much clamping force as you can since you only got 4 head bolts per cylinder with these engines. That's my take on it. Well, thanks for watching, and see you on the next project.